All right, let's jump into this deep dive. Today we're looking at how to turn your social media from just scrolling and liking things to actually making you money.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
kind of turning from a hobby to a business, right?
Totally. And we found some seriously inspiring stories from people who've built these whole empires just from using the internet.
Mm-hmm.
One guy went from totally broke to making $35 million online all before he turned 29.
Crazy, right? And what's really cool is he wasn't like some tech genius or anything. He learned everything along the way. So it's like proof that anyone can do this.
Yeah, exactly. He basically says the key is treating social media marketing like it's a service.
Makes sense, right? Like, think about it. Businesses everywhere need help with their online stuff. So if you can offer that help, you're bringing something valuable to the table.
Totally. So he breaks it down into these specific skills that are super in demand right now, like Facebook and Instagram ads, YouTube and Google ads, email marketing, copywriting, TikTok, all that.
It's a lot, yeah. But the cool thing is there's probably something in there that you're already kind of interested in or good at, you know?
For sure. And even if the platforms change, the fundamentals stay the same. Knowing how to reach the right people, create messages that actually work, and turn that into sales, those skills will always be valuable.
Exactly. It's like the underlying principles are what matter most.
Hey, by the way, if you're finding this deep dive helpful so far, don't forget to hit that like button and share this with your network. Let's help everyone turn social media into their own money machine. Okay, so let's say you're convinced, right? The question is, where do you even find these businesses that need your help?
Right. Well, he says they're everywhere. And honestly, he's probably right.
Good to have a point, yeah.
He suggests practical stuff, like looking at job boards, seeing who's hiring on Twitter, even just Googling local businesses and checking out their social media.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, it's like being a detective, but for your own business.
I love that. Here's another thought, though. What about businesses that don't even have social media yet?
Oh, interesting. So less competition, and you're showing them something totally new.
Exactly. It's like walking into a shop with no lights and saying, hey, I could brighten this place up.
Yeah.
The value is super obvious.
I like that. Okay, but real talk, reaching out to businesses, especially if you're new to this, can be scary, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But it says you don't have to be a super extrovert or love cold calling. He uses things like emails, DMs, even text messages.
So it's more about starting a conversation, not like a pushy sales pitch.
Yeah, exactly. You're just introducing yourself, saying what you do, and offering to help.
Right. So it's all about building relationships.
And he makes this point that you don't need everyone to say yes. It just takes one yes to
Yeah.
change everything. That one client can lead to more clients, testimonials, all that good stuff.
It's like a snowball effect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say you found some potential clients, you've reached out, and now someone's actually interested. How do you go about making a deal?
All right, so he has two kind of different approaches he uses. One is what he calls the sink or swim method.
Sink or swim?
Okay.
I like it already.
Basically, it's like making bold promises, even if you don't have tons of experience yet. It's risky, but the payoff can be huge. Like, you could be making $2,500 to $4,000 a month right from the start.
Whoa, okay. That's a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, it sounds like you need to be pretty confident to pull that off.
Totally. Which is why he also has this other strategy. He calls it work cheap or free.
Work cheap or free, so that's more about gaining experience and building your portfolio.
Exactly. Like, he did that himself at the beginning. Actually lost money at first, but says he learned so much that it set him up for success later.
So it's an investment.
Exactly. Like, you're investing in your skills and your future.
I think both approaches are valid. It just depends on your personality, your situation, all that.
For sure. The important thing is to be strategic and think about what works best for you.
Totally.
And hey, no matter what you choose, the real key to making this sustainable is delivering results.
Results, yeah, for sure. Let's talk more about that after a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
All right, so we were talking about results, right? Like actually getting those wins for your clients.
Yeah, for sure. It's that's how you prove your worth and build a business that lasts, right?
Yeah.
Not just one-off projects.
Exactly. And one thing that really stood out was this idea of building a business that creates recurring revenue.
Oh, yeah. That's the holy grail. Getting paid every month by the same clients.
Right. And the key to that is consistently delivering those awesome results. When clients are happy, they stick around.
It's all about trust, right? They need to know you've got their back.
Totally. And one of the entrepreneurs we learned about has this really cool strategy he calls escalation.
Escalation. Okay, tell me more.
So basically, once you've proven yourself with a client, they're happy with what you're doing, you offer them more services at a higher price.
So it's You're leveling up.
Yeah, exactly. Like, let's say you're managing someone's Facebook and Instagram ads for $1,500 a month. After a few months of crushing it, you offer to handle their email marketing and copywriting too for an extra, say, 1,000 bucks.
Smart. You're not starting from zero with a new client. You're building on what you've already established.
Exactly. And it shows you're really invested in their success.
Okay, now imagine you have like 5 clients all paying you that initial $1,500.
Hmm.
By offering more services and raising your rates strategically, you could easily be making double that, like $15,000 a month.
Boom. That's the power of scaling, right? And as you start making more, you can think about hiring help, automating things, frees up your time to focus on the big picture.
So you're building a system that works for you, not the other way around.
That's the dream. And you know, what's really inspiring is that this guy who built this whole empire, he's like, anyone can do it. You don't need a ton of money, a fancy degree, just the willingness to learn and hustle.
I love that.
Right.
So social media really can be a path to financial freedom.
Absolutely. And remember, there's a ton of support out there, like resources, communities, even free courses to help you along the way.
So true. If you're digging this deep dive so far, don't forget to like this video and share it with your people. Let's spread the knowledge, right? Okay, so we've talked about services, but what about diversifying your income even more?
Oh, that's crucial. Like we were watching this other video and they made a great point about how relying on just one income stream, like just ad revenue, is super risky.
Right, it's like putting all your eggs in one basket.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Diversifying is like having multiple safety nets. If one thing goes wrong, you've got others to fall back on.
Makes your business way more stable, for sure. So let's brainstorm. What are some ways entrepreneurs and small businesses can diversify beyond just social media marketing?
Well, online courses are huge right now. If you know something really well, you can package that knowledge into a course and sell it online platforms like Teachable or Thinkific, make it super easy.
Oh yeah, that plays right into building that trust and authority we were talking about earlier.
Totally. And the best part is it can be passive income. You create the course once and it can keep selling for months or even years.
What about coaching or consulting?
Another great option. If you have experience and knowledge that can help people reach their goals, you can offer personalized guidance and support.
And you're basically selling your time and expertise at a higher rate than doing things for them, right?
Exactly. And don't forget about affiliate marketing. If you have a loyal audience and you recommend products or services you actually believe in, you can earn a commission on any sales.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. It's like a win-win for everyone.
And there are affiliate programs for almost everything, so you're bound to find something that fits your niche.
And hey, remember those physical products we talked about earlier?
Right, like selling handmade crafts or custom designs. Platforms like Etsy or Shopify make it super easy to set up an online store.
So many possibilities. It's really inspiring to see how many different paths there are.
The key is to stay open-minded, experiment, and see what works best for you.
And remember, diversification isn't just about minimizing risk. It's about maximizing your potential. Who knows? You might even discover some hidden talents along the way.
I love that. It's all about embracing the journey and seeing where it takes you.
This is getting me fired up, and I think we're just getting started. I'm like seriously blown away by all these different ways to make money with social media. It's like the possibilities are endless, right?
Totally. It's like we're not even limited to the traditional 9 to 5 anymore. Social media has become this powerful tool to like build a business, connect with people, and yeah, make a living.
And the best part is, it's kind of like anyone can do it. You don't need a ton of money or like know the right people.
Right. It's all about having the right knowledge, the skills, and just being willing to put in the work.
One thing that keeps coming up, though, is that success on social media doesn't just happen overnight, right?
Oh, absolutely. It takes time and effort, and honestly, a lot of experimenting and learning along the way.
It's like kind of like gardening. You can't just throw some seeds down and expect a beautiful garden to pop up instantly.
That's such a good analogy. You got to nurture those seeds, tend to the soil, and be patient, right?
Yeah.
And just like with a garden, your social media strategy needs that constant care and attention.
You got to keep up with the trends, adjust as things change, and just always be learning.
Exactly. It's not a set it and forget it kind of thing.
By the way, if you're finding this deep dive helpful, make sure to hit that like button and share this with anyone who might need to hear this. Let's spread the knowledge. Okay, so as we wrap things up, there's one more point that I think is super important.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What's that? It's awesome to learn from these entrepreneurs who've like made it big, right? But we got to remember that their journey isn't going to be exactly the same as ours.
So true. It's easy to compare ourselves to others and feel like we're not doing enough or moving fast enough.
Exactly. What works for one person might not work for someone else.
And that's okay. Your path is going to be unique, and it's all about finding what works best for you, your goals, your values, all that.
So, like, don't be scared to experiment. Try new things and just see what feels right. There's no magic formula for success on social media.
It's all about figuring out your own unique approach and building a strategy that's authentic to you.
This has been so inspiring. I feel like we've barely scratched the surface, but hopefully this deep dive has sparked some ideas and maybe even a little excitement.
The potential here is huge, and it's all about taking that first step.
So if you're ready to turn your social media into a money-making machine, go for it. Start small, experiment, and most importantly, have fun along the way.
And remember, you don't have to do this alone. There are so many resources and communities out there to support you.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We'll see you next time for another exciting exploration.